No one expected New Holland, a brand known for hardcore work machines, to step into the full-size pickup world, but here we are. The 2026 New Holland Pickup Truck promises serious towing muscle, rugged durability, and a design that looks more farm-tough than freeway flashy. But here's the real question. Is this just a bold experiment, or could it actually challenge America's most trusted trucks? Because on paper, some of its features raise eyebrows, in a good way. Stick around, because by the end of this review, you'll know whether this truck is a hidden powerhouse or a risky gamble. When you hear the name New Holland, you probably think of tractors, harvesters, and machines built to survive brutal, all-day work. That's exactly why the 2026 New Holland Pickup Truck has grabbed so much attention. This isn't a lifestyle-first brand chasing trends. It's a company rooted in durability and real-world labor, now stepping into one of the most competitive segments in the U.S. auto market. Full-size pickup trucks dominate American roads, job sites, and driveways. They're expected to do everything: tow heavy loads during the week, haul the family on weekends, and still feel comfortable on long highway drives. So when a brand with deep industrial DNA enters this space, expectations instantly shift. People aren't just asking what this truck offers. They're asking whether New Holland's work-first philosophy could actually outperform the established players. Visually, this truck leans more rugged than flashy. The design cues suggest toughness over luxury, hinting that it was engineered with durability in mind rather than showroom appeal. And while official details are still unfolding, early information suggests this pickup is targeting buyers who care more about strength, reliability, and long-term use than brand badges. But looks and promises only go so far. What really matters is how this truck performs, what it offers inside, and whether it can balance hard work with everyday comfort. And that's exactly what we're about to break down, piece by piece, starting with the design and build that set the tone for everything else. Now let's get into what really defines the 2026 New Holland Pickup Truck. And this is where things start getting interesting. From the outside, this truck makes a clear statement before it ever moves an inch. The design is bold, squared off, and unapologetically tough. You can see the industrial influence immediately. A wide, upright grille, thick body panels, and proportions that prioritize strength over sleek curves. This doesn't look like a truck designed for mall parking lots. It looks ready for job sites, dirt roads, and heavy use. At the same time, subtle modern touches like LED lighting and aerodynamic shaping keep it from feeling outdated. Step inside, and the story shifts from brute force to practical comfort. The cabin is built with durability in mind. Think sturdy materials, large buttons you can actually use with gloves on, and a layout that feels straightforward rather than overwhelming. But that doesn't mean it's bare bones. A large central display anchors the dashboard, paired with modern connectivity features that drivers now expect, especially in the U.S. market. It's clearly aiming to balance work truck toughness with everyday usability. Where this pickup really tries to separate itself is performance philosophy. Instead of chasing flashy numbers, the focus appears to be usable power. Early figures point towards strong towing and hauling capability, designed to stay consistent under load rather than shine only on paper. That suggests this truck is meant to work hard for long hours, whether it's pulling equipment, carrying tools, or handling rough terrain without complaint. Ride quality is another area where expectations are high. Trucks built for heavy-duty work often sacrifice comfort, but New Holland seems to be targeting a middle ground. The suspension setup hints at stability under weight, while still aiming for a composed ride on highways and long drives. If that balance holds up in real-world use, it could be a major advantage for buyers who need one truck to do everything. Of course, no truck is without compromises. The rugged design may not appeal to buyers looking for luxury-first interiors, and some may find the styling too industrial compared to more polished competitors. Fuel efficiency is another big question mark, especially in a segment where buyers are becoming more cost-conscious at the pump. And then there's pricing. New Holland's reputation suggests value and durability, but how aggressively this truck is priced could make or break its success. If it undercuts rivals while delivering real capability, that changes the conversation entirely. because coming up next, we'll break down the standout highlights and the potential deal breakers that could decide whether this truck becomes a serious contender or just an interesting experiment. This is the moment where expectations meet reality. And for the 2026 New Holland Pickup Truck, that moment is far more dramatic than many people expected. Out on the road and under load, the truck immediately feels planted and confident. Acceleration isn't flashy, but it's steady and controlled, especially when towing. There's no strain, no hesitation, just a sense that this truck was built to work without complaining. On rough pavement and uneven terrain, the suspension does a solid job of keeping things composed, soaking up bumps while still feeling stable through corners. It doesn't drive like a soft luxury truck, but also doesn't beat you up the way old-school work trucks used to. What really stands out is how predictable it feels. Steering is heavy but honest. Braking remains consistent even with weight behind it. And visibility is excellent thanks to the upright design. This is the kind of truck that gives drivers confidence quickly, whether they're hauling equipment or navigating tight job sites. But this is also where the trade-offs become clear. The interior, while durable and functional, reminds you that comfort isn't the top priority. Road noise is more noticeable than in some rivals, and if you're expecting cutting-edge tech or luxury-level refinement, this truck doesn't try to compete there. That said, something unexpected happens by the end of the drive. The New Holland Pickup starts to win you over, not with polish but with purpose. It feels honest, built for people who actually use their trucks, not just show them off. So the big question now isn't whether this truck can work. It clearly can. The real question is whether its strengths are enough to outweigh its compromises, and whether it makes sense for you once price, trims, and real-world value enter the conversation. So where does that leave the 2026 New Holland Pickup Truck after everything we've seen? This truck doesn't try to be everything for everyone, and that's actually its biggest strength. It delivers where it matters most. Solid capability, predictable performance, and a sense of durability that feels genuine rather than marketed. The biggest wins here are confidence under load, straightforward design, and a work-first mindset that stays consistent from the exterior to the driving experience. On the flip side, it's not the truck you buy for luxury vibes or cutting-edge tech. The interior prioritizes toughness over comfort. Road noise is more noticeable than some rivals, and buyers who want a premium, tech-heavy cabin may feel underwhelmed. Fuel efficiency and final pricing will also be deciding factors for many shoppers. So who is this truck really for? If you're a contractor, farmer, tradesperson, or someone who regularly uses a pickup as a tool, not a status symbol, this truck makes a lot of sense. It's built for long days, heavy loads, and real-world reliability. But if your truck is mostly a daily driver or family vehicle, there are more refined options out there. In the broader US market, this launch is important. It shows that there's still room for purpose-built trucks that prioritize function over flash. If buyers respond positively, we could see more brands leaning back into durability and honest capability rather than chasing luxury-first trends. And that's what makes this truck interesting. It doesn't just enter the conversation, it challenges it. Now the real question is, would you choose a truck like this over the usual big-name options? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what impressed you or what didn't. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world car reviews. Your next truck decision might depend on it.